What would you say the purpose of life is?
I think the purpose of life is to be happy, first of all, to bring joys, and that's it.
I think, like most part of people, is to be happy, but find something to make sense. For example, at work, happy with your family. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, well, I don't really believe there is a purpose to life per se. And I remember watching an interesting video one time where Joseph Campbell was being interviewed by Bill Moyers and asked the same question. And I liked Joseph Campbell's answer, which was perhaps we should consider more not a purpose to life, but the experience of life.
Wonderful.
Yeah, the experience of life. I'm all about that.
Well, it's a very hard question. I can't really say. It changes every day in a way. So for now, it's just being happy. I don't know. It's well. I would say that's the answer everybody says. But yeah, I can't really say. It's
Okay.
too changeable.
The purpose of life. Yeah, I agree. That is a really tough question. And I don't know if there is one. I don't know. I can't really say because in this question hits my mind. I can't find an answer. I can't find an answer to it. Not yet. Maybe not yet. Yeah.
I think it's important to be kind to other people, to have fun, to enjoy yourself, not worry too much about things, and make sure you give a little bit more than you take from the world.
I think it's probably to make the most of the experiences that you get kind of presented with all the opportunities, and also to try and help the people around you kind of make the most of the opportunities they're presented with as well, and like have the happiest life they can.
Just take care of yourself, good health, so wisely eat, and then good sleep, and then having a good relationship, and enjoy your life. You need to work. Do you need to work? Do you? So work enjoyably. But for that, you need a strong life force.
Strong life.
And strong life forces consist of compassion, wisdom, and courage.
That's a good question. I think the purpose is to live every day as if it's your last and make the most of it. Don't live without regret. I don't think there's actually one sole purpose in everyone's life. I think everyone's got different purposes for different seasons in their life. Yeah.
The purpose of life is what you make it.
Learning and experience.
Brilliant.
And learning from that experience.
Nice.
Yeah?
What does loneliness mean to you?
I feel sad when I think about loneliness because you have to sharing something in your life, and you know what I mean? Don't be alone to your life. That's what I mean to me.
Okay.
For me, that's not bad things. That's a good things because I like when I have time for myself alone. That's not a bad thing. I love that.
I can't say I've ever felt lonely.
Brilliant.
To be honest, I actually have domestic pets. And funnily enough, I think that's one reason why I don't get lonely when I spend long times at home, supposedly by myself, because you have the company of these wonderful animals.
Oh, nice.
And it's quite a miraculous thing in itself, that relationship that people have with animals. But yes, of course, I do have friends and family too, so
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever felt lonely.
Brilliant.
And I do enjoy time by myself too.
Well, loneliness means to me, in a way, if I can't tell anybody about my feelings, about my thoughts, I feel lonely. That would be loneliness to me. There's no chance to tell anybody about my feelings and thoughts. I feel lonely, yeah.
Loneliness is to me, in some way, I figured out in our conversation, and I would say loneliness is to me when I can't find my own source of happiness.
I think loneliness is quite a powerful thing, quite scary, and I think it's a lot more common than lots of people are willing to admit. So I think it's something that we should talk about a lot more.
I think probably linked to the previous one, which is actually not having anyone to share those experiences that you have, not necessarily at the time, but even afterwards, and not having other people around you that you can kind of do your best to make happy and will do the same for you. So it's sort of, I suppose, a feeling of isolation.
Loneliness is the feeling of isolation and the feeling of not being good enough. Yeah.
Okay, so loneliness is something that's in your head. So when you say that you're lonely, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're lonely. You've got people around you, but you won't reach out to them. But if you're comfortable with yourself, if you're sure of yourself, then you're not lonely because you have yourself. So when you live in solitude and you know yourself, you're not lonely because you have yourself. And until the day that you die, you'll always have yourself.
Oh, there's a question. There's different types of loneliness, isn't it? Sometimes you can be in a crowd of people and still feel lonely. Depends on your mindset and your frame of mind.
To you, what's loneliness to you?
I don't know, because I am a people person, being a typical Gemini, I'm good at communicating, I love being with people. Being an artist, painter, and like photography, and I'm kind of proactive. But sometimes I like my own space. I think it's essential to have your own space. And without that balance, the energy gets a bit kind of overloaded. So I think sometimes it's quintessential to have a little bit of space to yourself, but not too much. It's about balance.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is your dream?
My dream is to have my life in a better way, to make my life better, and maybe my wife's life better as well. Maybe my child life better. Make sense?
Yes.
I think that's it.
I don't know yet. That's impossible for me to answer.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure that I had a dream, but I must admit, I've always harboured a dream of, yes, being a practicing artist. So maybe one day I'll make the time.
My dream. I've got too many. My dream would be to stay in New Zealand, open an Airbnb, and to just stay in New Zealand and do whatever I want to do. Be my own boss and meet a lot of nice people, have good conversations with them, and just have a happy life with that. Not to depend on too many people.
My dream is to do something I can't stop doing, and what I can't stop doing for many years now, for 14 years, is writing, and I want to publish my own first book.
To have a happy life, to have a family, to travel the world, and to make sure I enjoy myself and the people around me enjoy themselves.
Again, they're all linked, so I think it would be to try and kind of make the most of whatever kind of comes my way and live my best life, really go for it and have a bit of an adventure.
My dream is to be a psychologist.
Psychologist? Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's alright.
Well, to become a recognised artist, been doing it for 21 years, I would like to leave some sort of legacy for my little boy and get some sort of universality and recognition. So I'm just going to keep striving on and hopefully reaching. Keep on reaching. It was an old classic house tune from the Queen's Day. But yeah, no, it's keep on reaching.